Hello, 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 hello. And by the graces of God, we're still here. We live to breathe another day. This is pretty much where I had the phone last time. This is the room where it all started, man. The creation of him, Kardashian. Yeah, I haven't been posting anything. I haven't been really, I don't know, active on social media as in like how I used to be and how I used to like post myself and I don't know, just going to the gym every day. I'm gonna be going to the gym every day again. I've been going, but not as consistent as I used to, like every day, but almost every other day. And I don't know, I guess it's just a lack of motivation. And really, it's just some personal issues going on right now. And I'm not gonna even talk about a lot of it, but you know what it's about. You know what I talk about. You know what it's about. You know how crazy it is. You know how crazy I am. And I don't know, I guess I just don't really know how to approach things properly in the right moment and how to measure the reaction to things. And I don't know, I just blow things out of proportion, which is pretty ironic. And Alexander is still here. Eh, no, you can't see him. Can you see his paw though? You can hear him though. But yeah, I don't know, even Alexander doesn't make me happy anymore. I'm just kidding, he'll always make me happy. And I've had him since he was just a little baby, and of course he's like a son to me. But I don't know, I've just been lost in ways of personal issues. I don't really want to talk about it into great detail, but you know me, man. You know what I worry about. You know what I do. You know what I am. And, well, I guess you don't know what I am because apparently I don't practice what I preach. And that's something I came into a conclusion based off things that have happened with people and how things have been going. But oh, it doesn't follow me like on FaceTime. You know, on FaceTime where it's like, I don't know. I don't know. But here I am. And I don't know. I guess I'm just in a state of recreating myself once more, which I think that's about life. Like every once in a while you feel like you're doing the right thing and you're on the right path. And then something happens and then you're like, what am I doing? What should I do? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And you just have to go from there. And I don't know, I guess I wasn't really in tune to what I had said a lot of the times in these videos where I just speak my mind and I speak my heart. And I feel like a lot of the times the actions I take or the actions that I do are not really what's in my heart. And sometimes I just get lost and I don't know. There's no real explanation or excuse to that. It's just that it's like a lack of dedication and a lack, what's that word, that word for dang, I don't know the word. A lack of discipline, man. And you know, you might think these things in your head, but if you're not actively doing the things in your life, you're not going to make what you want to happen, and you'll accidentally make your worst nightmare come true. And that's kind of what happens, and that's what kind of happened to me. You know, I thought everything was gonna go good a certain way with a certain person. That's, you know, that what it's about. You know what it's about. You know me. You know what it's about. And it's sad, man. Like that's the only thing that, you know, if I were to ask myself like back then, back before my accident, like, man, what do you value most right now, or what is it that you wish you had? I would have said, I wish I had more time to spend with my loved one. Well, I had my ex partner at the time. And of course, I wanted more time. I wish we could have made a future together. I wish we could have done more stuff, but I couldn't. I was working, they were working. It was just not possible, bro. But now that I'm free from that and I make money off my phone, man. And yeah, I trade stocks and stuff. I trade stocks. I'm a stockbroker. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And you know, you don't need to go anywhere to do that. You don't need to do anything to do that. You just do it and you do it and that's it. And my cat's still meowing. My cat's still making a racket. So that's how it is. But I just wish I would have had time, you know? And now that I have all the time in the world, I don't have the right process of doing the right things with the right person. I don't do the right things at the right time. I do the wrong things at the wrong time. That's what it is, man. And it's really sad because now I don't have to worry about certain things. I don't have to worry about, the common things that I used to worry back then. Like, dang, I gotta make sure I get 40 hours this week. I need to put in 40 hours this week. I need to do this, and then I need to make sure my partner's working. My partner doesn't have to work anymore because I don't work anymore. And I don't know what else to say about that, but it's just like, there's not a need for that, And I just wish that I was able to use these tools these tools, and use them for good, and be able to do things with that person. And my life was just based off working. And now that I don't have to work, I just wish I had time to be with my loved person, my loved significant other, but I just don't do the things right to even have that significant other. I sadly don't, man. And yeah, that's what it's like to get lost off your track and lost off what you're meant to be doing. You just revert to old patterns that you had, and cycles that you don't want to be in with people, and doing things you wish you could have never done, things that you regret. But that's the way of life. And I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the future holds for me and then this person, or me and other people, is just up in the air. It's just up in the air, man. And as much as you like to say that this is gonna happen like this and this and this, you never know, man. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. And in case you don't know, this is your first video of mine, or in case you don't know who I am, yes, that was me once when I was a good boy. Nah. But I was in a car explosion, and I always feel like whenever people look at me in public, I'm just kind of like, come on, man, ask me. And I always recite it in my head like, oh yeah, I was in a car explosion. But that's crazy. And let me just say it so I could get it out of my head, because I always, when people look at me, I wish I could tell them, but they don't ask me, and I don't want to be like, yeah, me? I was in a car explosion. I was in a car explosion. I fell 50 feet. I burned 90% of my body. Damn near 90%. It was like 80 something, I think. I broke multiple bones. I hit my head when I got hit. I was a drunk driver. I wasn't speed racing. I know what it seems like, but I wasn't. And speed racer. But yeah, I wasn't driving crazy. I got hit, man, by a drunk driver. It's unfortunate. It's terrible, but I don't know. I just wish that, I guess, certain aspects of my life were to what they were back then. But then again, I don't know. I just wish that I knew how to love at the right time, and I wish I knew how to say the right things at the right time. And I wish that my emotions didn't get the best of me, because I'm an emotional person, and I never claim not to be. I'm not no nonchalant dreadhead or whatever, but I think a lot, and I worry a lot, and I want things to be a certain way, and if I don't get that way, then it gets crazy, and if it gets crazy, it gets double crazy, because crazy and crazy don't mix. But that's what it is, man. And I'm able to walk better now. So I don't know, from back when I was making videos first, I was still in my wheelchair. I'm not in my wheelchair anymore. I'm even getting a little chunky. That's why I gotta go to the gym. But this is me. I'm not gonna get buck naked, but yeah, this is me. You see, no ears. This is me. This is who I am. And I don't know, I guess sometimes I wish people would just kind of let the curiosity get the best of them so they could ask me, because I don't mind telling people, especially if they come at me a nice way, like, hey man, what happened, But if you're like, I don't like that. Who would like that? Would you like that? You wouldn't like that. But I've done a lot of things that I wish I could regret, but that's the thing about doing things, you can never take them back, so you got to be careful when you're in that moment. And that's unfortunately a lesson I still don't really have ingrained in me yet. I am 21 years old. I act like I'm fucking 19 still, because when I was 19 this accident happened. So I don't know, I guess those 2 years to get to 21 kind of just skipped over. But yeah, I'm 21 years old. I'm going to be 22 in January the 30th. I'm in Aquarius. And yeah, this is like, I don't know, just me talking. I I feel like a lot of the times I get closed off and I don't talk anymore. And I just wish I could talk more, but the people that I want to listen to me don't listen to me anymore. But hey, man, I want to go to the gym. I'm gonna do chest because my chest is kind of flabby though. I always had that. I was like gyno, but you see, flabby. This one is more flabby than this one, and then my chain always crooked. I don't know why, but you see. But yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of you here. There was a lot of you here. I don't know who's still gonna be here, but I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sorry. And thank you for being with me for the time you were. And if there's new people, welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, this is me, man. Thank you for watching. I love you. Can't do the heart.